Now on BBC One, Inside Out with Joe Crowley.
Young people today, are they out of control or just a little bit misunderstood?
If you knew you were standing next to, you'd run away.
Can getting down and dirty put these guys back on the straight and narrow? It helps people turn their lives around by teaching practical skills and team building. In safe hands, is it, Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you used one of these before?
I'm Joe Crowley, and this is Inside Out. What do you do with young people who are violent, take drugs, play truant, who are basically the misfits of society in the making? Well, one charity in Oxford has come up with a radical solution. Send them to a Bulgarian orphanage and get them to help the children. Is he ticklish? Is he ticklish? Is he ticklish? I bet he is. Now, I've been to Bulgaria and met these kids, and I can tell you they had absolutely nothing, or at least until the crew from Oxfordshire arrived. But more of that later, because the story really starts with a project called Frontiers and your archetypal disillusioned youths.
Basically, I got kicked out of school because of bad behaviour and truancy. Stealing, nasty to teachers, abusive. It's been really tough to say that I've been stealing and things like that.
Frontiers is an outdoor pursuit centre near Reading. It helps people turn their lives around by teaching practical skills and team building. For these 15 and 16-year-olds, the trip to Bulgaria is just part of their personal journeys.
When we met them, most of them really didn't have any plans for future at all. They just were limping from day to day. I think to give them an opportunity to understand what the future can hold for them is what we want to do.
I wasn't the sort of person I am now. I was loud and abusive to people. I'm not loud and abusive to anyone no more. It's different.
Destigmatise them, I think take away the labels that they're carrying and to make them believe that they can influence the futures that they've got. They're all very, very different characters, but when we met them, most of them really didn't have any plans for future at all.
I think I feel a little hurt. My fists are turning.
It's hoped 4 terms in a field on the bank of the Thames will solve some of their problems.
I'm here because I was bullied at school. So I was picked on by one boy every day for about 2.5 years. Why was he doing that? I really don't know.
For Jack, being autistic made him a target, but here, away from the classroom, he's allowed to be different.
OK, mate, good. Well done.
Well done. That far.
Let's do the next one.
And he's certainly revelling in his new responsibilities. In safe hands, is it, Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you used one of these before?
Cutting the oak down. It wasn't long, it was thick, like, yeah.
OK, so you're going to put that somewhere nice and safe? OK,
I'm
good
not
man, Jack.
actually sure what...
Chainsaw in the hands of 15-year-olds?
I don't know whether there's much effort gone into understanding them. Everyone's got targets and things that they have to be doing in a classroom. You've got 30, 40 children in a classroom, all with different needs. Here we've got 20 children and about 11 staff. So we're not so much understanding them necessarily in a professional context, but understanding them as human beings in a sort of family, extended family context.
The site's run by the youngsters themselves, from getting the cars ready for the drive to Bulgaria to growing food, and even putting up the new eco-toilets.
In here is the finished compost load. You're going to go in and have a look. So we don't want any more ozone getting destroyed, and then we don't want any more global warming.
It doesn't smell, does it?
No, I don't know, so I haven't got a sense of smell.
Haven't you?
No, because I've got my nose broken.